Florida Governor Ron DeSantis made it absolutely crystal clear this week that even though he supports vaccinations and hopes everybody goes and gets vaccinated, he'll be damned if he's going to let Florida counties, school districts, and individual schools themselves put mask mandates in place. And he says if you put mask mandates in place for the children who are coming back to school, in some cases in just a week or two, you put a mask mandate in place and I will have the government of the state overrule it. You cannot force these children, he says, to wear face coverings while indoors in a school surrounded by other people because I'll overturn it. Basically what he's saying is that, hey, I know Florida's the worst state in the country for COVID right now, and cases have doubled in just the last week and they're continuing to go up. But if you try to do something to protect children, I'm going to come after you. That's what he's saying. Here is a quote of what he said that shows just how brain dead this moron is. At the end of the day, we got to start putting our kids first. We got to look out for their education. Is it really comfortable? Is it really healthy for them to be muzzled and have their breathing obstructed all day long in school? I don't think it is. See, you don't think it is. You don't think it is. But Ron, you never went to medical school, did you? No, you didn't. So maybe you should listen to the doctors who, according to this article here from the Miami Herald, say that that's not a thing. Their breathing is not obstructed. This is not negatively impacting their health. However, the doctors that spoke to the Miami Herald do say not letting them wear masks or not forcing them to wear masks could be detrimental to their health. We have seen perfectly healthy children, school-age children, drop dead from COVID. I know we all know the story at this point. A 5-year-old from Marjorie Taylor Greene's district, dead from the Delta variant. We have seen plenty of other children over the last 17 months die from COVID. Okay, this is not something that, as Marjorie Taylor Greene said, only affects the elderly or the obese. Folks, this can cause lifelong problems even in children who survive it. And as usual, Republicans say, well, it's up to you. You want to protect yourself, you can wear a mask. I'm not going to have my kids wear a mask, which I'm sure is totally going to be cool. Like, what's going to happen to the 2 or 3 kids that show up wearing a face mask and the 15 kids that aren't? You know what they're going to do? Because we know what kids do. They're going to mock them. They're going to make fun of them. They're going to call them wusses and wimps and what other kind of names that I don't want to say here. That's what's going to happen. And it's going to cause those kids to take their masks off. You know what really muzzles a child, Ron DeSantis? A ventilator. Yeah, a giant tube going down your throat into your lungs. Yeah, that makes it a little hard for a kid to talk. That's what makes it a little difficult for kids to breathe. As a Florida parent with children who attended schools last year where mask mandates were in effect, I never once had my asthmatic children come home and say, oh, I can't breathe. Never happened. And 2 of my kids have pretty severe asthma. Never complained once. Even in the Florida heat, they didn't complain about it. In fact, my kids and many of their other friends actually liked the masks. They like them as fashion statements. They like to get the coolest, most colorful, oh, this one's camouflage. Oh, this one's got lightning bolts on it. They actually enjoy them, Ron. But by coming out there and saying that you're going to literally forbid schools from being able to protect children, what you're doing is giving a wink and a nod to the child coffin industry, telling them that, hey, business is going to be booming in just a few weeks. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.